What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego back with some more boxing. So I watched the weigh-ins tonight, gearing up for tomorrow's fight. Looking forward to it. Just a quick PSA: Jermall Charlo will not get his opportunity to face Carlos Molina. That fight was actually canceled, despite reports that said that he would still be fighting. I told you guys on my video yesterday that fight would not go through, and someone even said they'll bet me or whatever, or I offered to bet them and they backed out. And I knew it wouldn't happen because the type of allegations and the severity of it was just too much, and there was not enough time. It's not something you could sweep under the rug and deal with later. He was facing possible deportation. Anytime it's involving a registered sex offender, that just sounds scary and menacing. They're not going to let the fight go through, and especially if he was getting arrested on and off from what I'm hearing. So told you that wouldn't happen. It sucks for the brother Jermall Charlo, who was training his ass off trying to get his shot and do it for Houston, put on for Houston and get that opportunity. So hopefully he has other opportunities that come through his way soon. And I guess at the very least, he's still getting the $100,000 purse that he was offered because this is no fault of his. And like I said, I wish him the best, but I'm sure that 100K doesn't sound better than a chance at a title on your first professional title plus 100K. And that's what he was being offered initially. So I feel bad for him. As far as the main event, Canelo did not make weight. He came in at 155 pounds. Team Canelo then extended an offer to Alfredo Angulo, basically just cashed him out, offered him some payoff money if he just let the fight commence with Canelo not making weight. The thing I don't like about that is, one, Canelo is young. In his last fight against Floyd Mayweather, he fought a catch weight of 152 pounds. So he showed in that fight by coming on target that if he's disciplined, if he has the right diet, he can make weight. He can make that weight. However, he didn't make weight in this fight. I understand he's big, and that if that's the case, if you're so big, do the Brandon Rios and get out of that division, move up to the next weight division. So in his fight with Mayweather last September, he made the weight, and now he doesn't make the weight. And it doesn't sound like he fucking tried to make the weight. From what I understand, Team Canelo, they were just content. And I think they even released a statement like, we're not going to kill ourselves trying to make weight, trying to lose this 1 pound and trying to shed it. I think that's the whole point of contracted weights. What's the point if it's just anarchy and you come in like, why don't you just say, whatever I weigh, that's what the fuck is going to be, and not even have an established weight. So I think it just involves integrity, professionalism, and principle. And the funny thing is the double standards in boxing. If you're a diehard Canelo fan, I've read some people like, oh, it's just a pound. It's a fucking pound. Oh, well, it's not going to make a difference. Yet, if you're a diehard Canelo fan but you hate Mayweather, then you'll say, oh, the catch weight of 2 pounds, it drained Canelo. He was so drained. That's why he lost. He was just too drained. But when your fighter, or the fighter you are an advocate for, comes a pound over, is all good. I think right is right, wrong is wrong. I told you in videos, check my channel, that the Adrian Broner in the Escobedo fight, he didn't even attempt to make weight, and he was just like chilling, like he didn't give a fuck. I wasn't okay with that, so I'm not okay with Canelo not trying to make weight. These dudes are too young, and they had plenty of time for Canelo to make weight. I made a video on my channel January 22nd, and I said, is Canelo Gordo? And if you know Spanish, Gordo means fat. And some people are like, oh, it's too premature, he'll shed the weight, etc. Some people agreed with me. And that was January 22nd when I made the video, because he just looked really soft, really pudgy. So there's ample time for him to have balanced his diet and cut the weight and made the weight. And again, some people are like, oh, it's just a fucking pound, that's not going to matter. You go, it's principle. If you went into Target right now and you wanted to get a Blu-ray, and the Blu-ray movie costs $18, you hand the cashier at $20, and she gives you $1 change, then aren't you going to be like, hold on, bitch, what the fuck? Like, now, I don't know about y'all, but not that the extra dollar, she was supposed to give me $2, not that the extra dollar is making or break me. I'm not going to be in the poorhouse because she didn't give me the dollar. But if the Blu-ray movie said $18, I hand her a 20, then it's only rightful that she gives me $2 back in change, not no fucking dollar. And like I said, the dollar's not going to make or break me. It's not going to do anything or affect me. I'm not like, oh shit, I can't eat all week because she didn't give me $1. Like, but it's principle. It's the principle behind the whole circumstance. So yes, a pound does make a difference. Sometimes it gives people a psychological advantage, and it's actually not a good sign in my opinion, because from what I understand, Alfredo Angulo accepted. So he like let him. He didn't bitch or complain. Let him come in a pound over, not giving a fuck. Like, so this man, to me, that signifies that he don't give a fuck. He's just ready for war. He's like, okay, yep. And you get these superstars who think they can kind of rewrite the rules, if you will, just based on the clout and the superstar status that they have. And that's bullshit to me. You have a contract to weight. You're a professional. This is your job. Then make weight. And if you can't make weight for whatever reason, because trust me, I've talked to boxers, several boxers, trainers. I know the sport. I understand what these guys sacrifice and what they go through, and it's grueling, and the training is second to none. However, if you can't make weight, at least attempt, or make it look like to the public you're attempting. Not like, oh, I'll just cash you out. It's cool. It's cool, bruh. I'll just come into over. Here's 100,000. And that's what some of these superstar fighters do. Like, they know that for Angulo, an extra 100K, that's good. You know what I mean? He has a family to support and a daughter, and he'll probably take it just because he wants the opportunity and he needs the money more than Canelo. But for Canelo made anywhere from like $6 to $12 million fighting Floyd Mayweather's last fight. He probably don't give a shit about 100,000. That's like, that ain't shit to him. But for Angulo, that might be the world. So that's a bad sign. And it sounds like Team Canelo was content just paying him off and giving the paying the penalty fine. And like I said, the fact that Angulo took it without hesitation, that just means to me like he's mentally preparing for a war. He doesn't give a fuck. You a pound over, cool. Cash me out, and I'm gonna come to bring it. But for Canelo, it sounds like they wanted to keep that pound. Like I said, you could say whatever you want, but it is 1 pound. But you gotta, like I said, the rules are established for a reason. If it's gonna be a fucking free for all, why even have weight classes if you could just come in at whatever weight you want? And it has something to do with professionalism and the principle behind it. Just like if you have a job, and there's not one job in America that's like a legit job with a paycheck and like a chain where they would condone the employee not call out sick ahead of time. It's just a common courtesy. A job like, oh, call us like an hour, 2 hours before your shift so we could make accommodations to maybe get another associate in there. This is boxing, same thing. It's the principle behind the whole matter. If you can't make weight, I mean, you probably know week before the fight that you can't make weight. Maybe you train harder, work on your diet, whatever. And if you're that growing and you're that big like Canelo, maybe you should consider moving up in weight if you just at 23 years old can't make weight. And it's funny because I called it. I called Canelo Gordo, and now he can't make weight. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to this fight. Will that give him any kind of edge? Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Canelo came in at 155. Angulo was 154.5, I believe. So Angulo's getting paid a little bit extra because they rechanged it. Reminds me of Chavez Jr. in the Brian Vera fight, the first fight. Chavez Jr. being the bigger star, he was just like content paying Brian Vera, and they kept changing the weight. That's bullshit. I don't think it should be like that. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.